guest sitting where you were sitting one time, Cliff Mortimer, he was always saying, YouTube.
Yeah.
I go to YouTube. Everything I asked him.
Yes.
Yeah. And how do you do that? I go to YouTube.
Yes. Do you know that internet is more important than water? To a point where, like, if you're in a desert, they put a glass of water and they put internet. What's an internet? How to survive in a desert without water. From administration, we need administrators. We can get administrators, IT technicians, software engineers, cloud computing. Web designers, graphic designers, sales. I don't know if you think sales more TTP. Informatics, sales. Yeah. You know, like there's a lot.
The Groundbreakers, Mondays to Thursdays, 7 to 9 p.m. on TUT FM.
It is definitely 18 minutes before the hour, 8 o'clock, and I have to remind you that you are listening to TUT FM 96.2, amplifying voices, empowering lives, and this is another edition of the Groundbreakers. I have to definitely say season 2 and episode 8. Welcome to another. No, I don't think we should actually get into the basis of what this show is all about. You definitely know it. Every single Wednesday we're here and we're giving it to you. So I want to bring in the gentleman that we're about to have a conversation with. A little bit about it. What happened? We're good? A little bit about him. Now we're going to be speaking to Mr. Katlego Shiri, who is now a self-taught IT specialist and entrepreneur, best known as the founder and CEO, and you'll forgive me and help me with it, but it's Goava.
Yeah, definitely.
Goava. Now his journey began unexpectedly when after a failed business venture, he then taught himself CCTV installation overnight via YouTube. And I was speaking to Mr. Moida over the other side to say, if only I could have that. Now tonight, Katlego he leads the company in delivering affordable, tailored ICT solutions to small and medium-sized businesses, transforming challenges into opportunities. That is the issue that we're going to be speaking about: his journey, challenges, opportunities, and setbacks. Because if you are listening at home and you're viewing this, you're an entrepreneur, someone who wants to start a business, and you are afraid, let me tell you what: this is the gentleman that we're going to have. Mr. Shiri, good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening, thank you for having me.
Definitely, I want to start off very light. This is what I always do, to say just a bit about yourself, where you grew up from, schools that you attended, and social, and always been home. Where are you coming from?
Okay, I was born in Bilavila, Varambat.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I came to Pretoria in 2006. Yeah, and then I attended my high school in Pretoria Secondary School in Sunnyside.
Okay.
Yes.
And how was life growing up? You always were into computers?
No, not really. I always thought that I was going to be a soccer star.
Oh.
yeah, unfortunately, I thought I was going to be a soccer star. Even after I finished school, I still thought I was going to be a soccer star. Yeah.
And then nothing else, you always thought. Were you good? When you're good?
You're awesome, eh?
Yeah, the best of the best. I always tell people here that I never played sports. I've never did. I tried my level best. I remember grade 7, I tried. Career ended. We didn't know if I would be the next Tekobudis or anything of that sort. But we want to come to the heart of the conversation. I was reading your company bio and also your profile, and I realized that after one night, everything changed. So I want to reflect on that night. You spent learning CCTV installation from YouTube. How did that burst into self-knowledge?
Okay, so like it was accidental, though. You know, like actually what happened is that I had a friend who was a technician. He knew about the CCTV installation and all that. So I was sitting at home because I didn't have much to do, you know. So I got a customer.
Okay.
While I got a customer, I told him that, hey, bro, I got a customer. For CCTV installation, so I trust this customer this much, so let's go and make some money, you know. So when we went there for a site inspection, we had a fallout, fault.
Oh
yes.
Well,
another man. So after that, what happened is that we don't have the equipment to to install. Yeah, we need printing tools, we need this, we need that. I'm like, no, Joe, there's always a solution to something. It's like, no, I'm not going to install it without tools.
Yeah.
And then those people were white people.
Okay.
And they were speaking in English.
And then the overhead.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, you know what? We forgot the tools. Will come tomorrow. And then after I was and stuff like that. And then I deposit.
Yeah.
So when I had to come up with a plan because I have to install tomorrow. That's when then I went into YouTube tutorials. And then I go camera, you don't need ready-made cable, you don't actually need cables and stuff like that. Then I started with ready-made cables to put the CCTV. It became successful. Yeah.
And then, you know, I always think this, man. I had a guest sitting where you were sitting one time, Chief Motima. He was always saying, YouTube.
Yeah.
I go to YouTube. Everything I asked him.
Yes.
Yeah. And how do you do that? I go to YouTube.
Yes.
You'll find this. And I think people don't really. Let me phrase this question before coming to this one.
Okay.
How clear is then YouTube in terms of helping you out if you have no clue of doing something?
What I can tell you is that like there's different types of content creators on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
So let me say you're studying like the cameras. You look at one video, they tell you these are cables, this is what's needed and stuff like that. And then you watch the second one, you can see the similarities. The third one, you can see that okay, everyone is confirming that this is how this is made, and then that's how you can use it.
You know what? And considering that your very first installation turned into a lasting business relationship, I want to understand how did that initial success then shape your potential belief in the starting of small businesses?
What actually happened is that my business told me what it wanted. You know, started with CCTV. From CCTV, there's something called remote viewing, where you connect your cameras to the internet and then you can see what's happening on your phone.
Yeah.
So that became an add-on, like a selling card for me. Like, hey, you can even watch what and stuff like that. So from there, they're like, okay, sure. Where do we get the internet? You say you plug the cameras to the internet.
Yeah.
Where do you get the internet? I can get it there by the BICS ISP.
Okay.
So every time they're like, now you can't go there, now you can't go there. And I'm like, okay, so that means now I have to tap into the internet world now.
Yeah,
because after the cameras now, the people want the internet. Went through YouTube, internet, there's a reseller. There's something called reseller. Then I became a reseller, an internet reseller. So now I'm offering cameras, and then I'm offering internet. Then I keep on selling that, I go to the other one, they need a landline.
Yeah.
Hey.
012.
012.
They wanna call, yeah.
YouTube.
Hey, no, YouTube, no, you are going there. I think YouTube now, yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
Then I went to YouTube, but this one was very complicated. Yeah, because you need technical trainings and stuff like that. But I managed to become a VoIP reseller for a landline, and then there were technicians that they helped me set up my customers and stuff like that. And then that's when they said, come to become accredited. And then I joined there, and then I became accredited.
You know what, when we're still on that particular point, I want to understand, in those 80 hours of self-learning and execution, what fueled your determination and gave you the confidence to then, you know what, pivot towards the ICT industry? The money, people would then say, no, there's money there, so we want to go there.
Yeah, but not from there, I didn't see money.
Yeah.
I think I'm solution driven. So like there's a lot of problems there when it comes to ICT. Yeah, so I think that's what I feel.
Yeah. And you know what, I base my questions in different sectors. We'll finish off this once before coming into fueling growth. Now, can you describe, the mix of motions and motivations that, that led you to transform a setback, if you had a setback, and then change it into a groundbreaking entrepreneurial opportunity?
that credit, that one I would give it to my partner, my fiance. I remember before I fully came involved in it, she was pregnant. And then my tabin in Haman's car closed by then. So I was sitting, I was like, ish. Do I go look for a job or what? You know? And then she was like, every time you get a job at CCTV and so push it there. I went from that man. I never looked back.
And then eventually, well, you know what? And then when you were sitting and you say to push out the future, so the concept of the business or company, how did it come about? Because the person would then say, no, I could just push the hookers against you. I just feel something. Why turn it into a company?
Okay. No, I hear what you're saying. At first, I wasn't an official business. So I was offering my services to it was B2C homes. So eventually, what happened is that like the internet side of it was growing too much, and then what happened was that home users don't prioritize internet. So my fellow hey, I'm not sure but I get time and then they go into online and then they do their internet business. Until to my supplier internet, I'm one customer. And then to now those people are different customers. So if I have 10 clients and then 3 clients don't pay, my supplier doesn't say, okay, if I have a 7. They want for everyone. And if everyone doesn't pay, or they switch off for everyone. So I had to sit down and rethink. I'm like, I have to tap into a market where this is a need. And then that's when I transition from B2C to B2B. Because if for supply internet right now,
you need to also come with us slowly, B2C, B2B.
Okay, it's a business to customer.
Oh yes.
Okay.
These terms are
I get it. And then I switch from business to customer to business to business. So like so that's when I became to formalize it by supplying my businesses to people who need it, not who want it.
Definitely. You know what? 5 minutes before the hour 8 o'clock, we'll take 2 questions coming in from this journey, and definitely we'll take a quick break. And when we come back from that, we'll look into some of the opportunities, in terms of fueling innovation and growth. Let me take this one. And now, how did the process of teaching yourself a new skill under pressure, because I do know that maybe you were under pressure, right, that redeem or redefine your approach to challenges and opportunities in that business?
Come again?
I would say, I gotta, how did the pressure of, building that new skill, under pressure, because you found it under the skill, how did it change or redefine your approach in terms of opportunities and challenges?
Yeah, it made me approach them with consciousness, because I agree with you, and then I also know YouTube. But so it was. It also made me worry when I approach my customers. Give up to worry like the process. This is what's gonna happen, inspection and stuff like that. So while I do the inspection, I can see what's needed. And then I get another those points. And then you can work there anyway shorter. But the whole 1 hour video. Those points and then go about it anyway.
You know what, 5 minutes before the hour 8 o'clock, let's take that quick ad break, and when we come back, we'll dive into more some of these key issues that it's of the heart of this conversation. 5 minutes before the hour 8 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, you are still listening to TUTFM at 6.2, and this is Private Graduate. It is definitely 8 o'clock, and you are still tuned into TUTFM 96.2, amplifying voices, empowering lives, and this is the Groundbreakers. But as you know, on a Wednesday, we have what we call Plug and Graduate, and this is definitely season 2, episode 8, and we are speaking with the man of the hour, Mr. Katlego Shiri, who's then the co-founder, not even the co-founder, but the founder and CEO of Goava ICT. Now, it's a thriving ICT company. Before we went to the break, we spoke about, some of the issues that you faced and all of that, and how it came up about to be. I want to drive these conversations into the early setbacks that you might have had and the resilience. I know that we touched on them, but want to fully go into them. I've taken this question to say, now looking back on the challenges of your early business, when the business was starting, right? How did each setback now become a catalyst for learning about the eventual success of it?
Okay, maybe I will start with the financial part of it. You know, like even now and then we do struggle with cash flow, you know, and stuff like that. But you learn as time goes, and then you also do meet people that can be there to help you financially. Yeah.
And while we're still on them, because of resources, how do you know that operating with limited? And now this is thing in the early hours or the early days of the business, to say how did you then, you know, operate with limited capital and resources, then sharpen your, one would say, creative problem solving skills, and then push or fuel Goava is good.
I had to do more research on how to cut costs. In the beginning, when it was starting, I had like full-time employees.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you find that they're sitting doing nothing. There's no jobs to do. So I've got a friend, Katlego, that I spend most of the time talking to him about, you know, business and stuff like that. So I'm like asking like, hey, what kind of contract can we use, you know,
to balance?
Yeah, to balance this.
Or if the money is not there, then these people can be let go.
Is it possible to get a as and when needed contracts and stuff like that? You know, try to cut costs. Try to get our employees to work from home. Those are doing administration, so that we don't pay for the office.
Office space.
You know, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even though customers do
want to
require
those office space, want to come in and see where you're operating from. I go phone like you know, the really structured thing, but no, I do understand. And now, you know, when faced with uncertainty of a self-funded startup, because eventually you have to pull money from your own pocket and put it into the company, and in a very competitive market, what kept that spirit, that entrepreneurial spirit? You know what? That one day it'll go up.
I don't wanna lie, but I don't know. I think it's God, eh? Like I really don't know. Like and that thing worries me, because I don't know what's pushing me, you know. So I don't know when the thing's gonna get tired of pushing. But I think it's God.
No, but definitely God. I told you now I'm going through God pay. You must bring my Bible and put it here so people know that we're putting God forward. God in everything. Definitely. Now also coming into, you know, how did competing with the larger, and this question was put up by a friend who's also into that particular space, says, how did competing with the larger, well-established companies push you to, you know, innovate and differentiate your office siblings?
Yeah, that's my selling point, eh?
Yeah.
I offer personalized service. So larger businesses, companies that I'm competing with, we are a number. They don't even know you.
Oh yeah.
I know you. I'll say, Mr. Manager, how can I help you today?
Yeah.
Once I feel a special and stuff like that. Yeah. So offer a personalized service. That's how we beat the big guys.
Yeah. Now bring in this one, also came in from that particular friend of mine. I put it in my screen. Also, if you can, you know, share specific instances where a major obstacle was then turned into a breakthrough moment for Goava. The company, please take care of that, Mr. Smasher, when you still at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
A major setback.
Major one that, you know what? We are so, we pulled through and steered it and steered the company into resilience.
I can't think of one right now, because there's a lot of them. That's why I'm saying I don't know why I'm still here. Because I've had major setbacks. Okay, let me say one that I had was in Cape Town. So I had a call in Cape Town to come and install internet at the restaurant, whatever. I don't know how I got there. Even people there, they're like, hey, don't do that, hey, I was here. So I undercharged.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, I had a chance there. Luckily, I was staying with a friend, Ukasiara. I was working night shifts because during the day the restaurant has to operate. Yeah, at night I have to come in there. So I managed to break even. And from breaking even there, the owner was a lot of restaurants. And then he was very impressed with my work. Yeah, and then I come up have other
for the other restaurants.
for the other restaurants. Yeah. So I think that I turned lemon into lemonade.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And then also while we're still there, what internal mindset like do you have or guiding principles that helped you persist during those difficult moments?
I think again like where I come from, you know, and then how I started, and then where I am, so that actually influenced, it fueled me to push.
People don't have principles, you know, like I have a problem with people who don't have principles. So we'll be like, I don't know pay, but I don't know when I'm not pay.
Yeah, like I've got a lot of workers also who think like that. Then
what do you say to them when you're still there? What do you say to those people?
Like I always try to speak life into them, you know, and then I always try to put messages around the walls so every time when they see some more engraved into their minds and stuff like that, you know. But it's I guess it's the background and stuff like that. Why would you
I know, I think people choose that, but I don't wanna lie, people then choose that. It doesn't matter or what's it if you don't wanna change, you don't wanna change.
But I don't know where you grow up influencer.
It does influence some of the decisions, but you get out of there. You came from Bilabel, came into Pretoria, and so no. I have to then make decisions according to those influences. No offense to people coming in from Limpopo. Maybe go Limpopo go Malamule. You say you would that chicken every Friday. It's a must. Or you need to want to have better for yourself. And now if I was part of that company, a friend, I'll let you go. If you don't change within the company's culture, we'll let you go. Because you don't want growth for yourself. If you don't want growth for yourself, go put that back the company.
No, I get it.
Now that's coming in from this. In what ways, and this is coming in from learning from failure, right? To say in what ways has your experiences with failure prepared you to handle subsequent challenges more efficiently?
Come again?
I was saying this one's coming from learning from failure, right? In what ways has your experience with failure prepared you to handle subsequent challenges more efficiently? Because I know that failures were there.
Like a lot of them. A lot of them, and then they made me strong to a point where like a failure, it's not a disaster anymore. It's just a learning curve. So like it made me very resistant.
And while we're still speaking on the company, what strategies have you then adopted to ensure steady 20% year-on-year growth, even working with limited financial and human resources?
Subscriptions. Like I've made sure the customers I have a lot of subscriptions amongst them so that I can lay a retainer every month so that it can help with customers' cash flow. So the other big projects that come, the bonus, we focus on growing subscriptions.
Definitely. Let me take in this one coming into staying ahead of trends. In industries that characterized by rapid technological change, how do you ensure that your company Goava then remains ageable and even innovative?
I've got contacts in China.
We're going big.
In India.
Going big.
Like those people, every time like when there's something, I speak to them. We were renting out printers before, but it's so we are now working with paperless systems. There's a car wash in Wanda Park. When I went there, sometimes so we created a software system where koloi it's another paskela mchelo
Everything just.
the disk number plate then you wakwala or you came for full watch or whatever. You capture it and then it's another mahara reception or seamlessly.
How did you come about that? How did you think of that?
Obvious, good man.
Yeah.
Did you tell them?
YouTube! YouTube! Shut up! Give it a horn. Give YouTube a horn. Definitely YouTube.
Yeah.
So I need to spend more time on YouTube. I don't feel, and I think you were speaking to me somewhere at one time before we came in here to say, no, people don't just want to do these things.
Yes.
Keep out, brother. We have you sit here and you tell us that I went to YouTube, I learned this and that, and still another person won't take initiative to go into that particular space.
And like it's becoming intense. Like I wanna know YouTube gives you guidelines. Why is it ChatGPT?
Yeah.
Now when you graduate, you go check it. Check your code it codes for you.
Yeah, no, thank you, Mr. He's into informatics.
Yes, yeah. So
and if you don't want it, I want to move. Yeah. So now you're saying definitely 13 minutes after the hour 8 o'clock, we're still here on Plug and Graduate, and we're speaking the journey that Goava came into be, and we're now focusing on innovation. Now let's balance, in terms of innovation and affordability, to say how do you strike the right balance between incorporating the latest tech innovations and also maintaining pricing to your clients.
Okay, what I'm currently doing is that instead of getting the new computers, we go for refurbished. So then the cost on hardware becomes lower. Yeah, and then the software, we partition it, add on. So that as long as like any business how it grow, that's when you can add other stuff. Yeah, so we start from the ground and then
started from the ground zero.
From zero
to the cascade top. Definitely. And now, what unique aspects are there of your services set, delivery set Goava apart from other large companies? And you did mention on this, but this one also came in from a friend of mine to say what unique aspects of your service delivery, right, set Goava apart from larger ICT companies in terms of a competitive landscape.
Get the same question.
Definitely, just to put it in a different way.
Okay, yeah, like it's like I said, it's we offer personalized services, and then we go all the way, man. Like like when we install cameras here or laptop offer warranty.
Yeah, okay.
And then we don't charge you for that. But we come there. Because of once I come to you, there might be another thing.
Man.
It's business. We see you constantly is business for us. Yeah.
And people don't look into that. As long as they charge for one,
after some service, they don't care about that. They're the big guys. Yeah, they don't care about that.
No, it's a problem, definitely. And now I want to embrace self-taught expertise to say then, how has your self-taught background provided a very distinct advantage in understanding and even adapting to the ever-evolving technical environment?
There's always a solution. So, Baba Dileni, una numa reason why it was forced to Jigai, but nothing now I go all the way, I will go all the way. Like I'm putting under my wing. I can put in or something I yeah. And then tomorrow you're gonna use your own mind to come and make a short delay and spy.
And what does the respondent say?
And stuff like that, but right now, look how about me business. I'm sure to
and now while we're still there, because you're saying everything has a solution, describe a situation now where out of the box thinking led to an innovative solution that directly benefited your clients. Take your time on that one and think about it. I was saying take your time because I know maybe there might be a lot.
Okay. Usually the website, for our customers, they don't just stay as websites.
Okay.
We also turn them into softwares, so that like the very front end, everyone can see.
See it.
Yeah, and then the back end, within the company. Yeah, so we can plug it into time management system, report or from there. Customers can take orders and then one from the back end at a cheaper cost, because a website is cheaper than when you do an app or software fully functional.
Liseja, do you understand all of this? Because this is the type of work that you're going to be doing, and I'm sure you are taking insights from this conversation.
100%.
Definitely. And now, what strategies do you use to continuously adapt to the emerging technology trends while also keeping your core values intact? Because I know that your company has certain core values. So how do you work on that?
Now that's on Facebook. It's just groups of news, innovators and stuff. So I consume that even when I'm not aware that I'm consuming that. It's updated stuff, going to groups.
Okay.
There's new technology, this thing that's coming in, blah 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 and stuff. There's robotics coming in.
Yeah.
And what she did that.
Hey, fourth industrial revolution. It's gonna be tough.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem. Now, coming in here, what processes now have you put in place to ensure that every installation, right, or service is executed with precision and innovation?
Okay, there's quality control, man. Yeah, each and every installation that we do, once we done installation, refer our customer an oversheet.
Okay.
We do the inspection. If you sign, you go about it, and then it also gives you 30 days guarantee from the day you're installing whatever. Yeah, shoot anything. It make laptop or a camera where we'll come and fix it for free.
Okay.
And then after that, that's when we start.
The money must come in. Yeah, and then success in numbers, right? I was reading that report. You say that with over 1,000 installations completed, how do you celebrate these milestones in terms of a proof of both innovation and reliability in your service delivery?
I'm not yet celebrating, man. This is just the beginning. Yeah, I want to be part of the smart city. Yeah, I want to be out there in the Nengari. I want to play again. Yeah, that's when we can celebrate or something like that.
True. Definitely 20 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock, we'll take a quick ad break. I don't think it might even last 15 seconds. They say just in process when handling that department of breaks. Definitely going to bring us, and I want to change this conversation and bring it into graduates, right? Into opportunities that are there for graduates and in terms of their roles in your company. Ladies and gentlemen, 20 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock, and this is the Plug Graduate. We'll be back.
Stay informed, stay ahead with the Groundbreakers.
25 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock, and I still have to remind you that you are still listening to TUT FM 96.2, amplifying voices, empowering lives, and this is another edition of the Groundbreakers. About what? Plug and Graduate Season 2, Episode 8. We are speaking to Mr. Katlego, and I definitely believe that, and the conversation we have had off air, that not everyone can do everything.
Definitely.
Yeah, but now I want to bring in these conversations in terms of the roles of graduates, right? In terms of fueling innovation and growth, to say, how do you think the role of recent graduates that even might come into your company, what key unique strengths should they bring for the innovative tech environment?
The knowledge that they got through their studies.
You bring.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
So that's very important. And then if they can bring the proper balance, and then we can.
But before we even go into that, opportunities are there.
A lot of them.
Break them down for us. Okay.
On my business,
yeah.
Because I work with businesses, and I realize all my customers, there's a space. all that, but there's no employment. Actually, there's a lot of employment. Out there. There's a lot of employment. Like all you have to do is to convince the business owner that you have value. And then once someone's on the value, capitalize more on that thing. So from Goava, there's a lot of opportunities. Like Bagana Bakara for internship, training. Like there's a lot, but man, there's a lot. Like we're looking to expand. So you can imagine that we can take as many as we can through months and stuff like that.
And you can even take this to India and China because you do having
no, this is just one that told me man.
Yeah,
and
I was looking at him and saying that this year you might find yourself a job, but you know, go to one phone or the chief. God. And also on that, right? Key or share the specific key and qualities you look for if in those graduates when they come, considering them for roles, like it didn't be permanent positions or project-based assignments.
It can be both.
Yeah,
I'm looking for both, and then but the qualities. There's only one. Now work ethic. I don't like micromanaging someone. Like you offer the opportunity, and then implement your skills.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Micromanaging, I think it's the death of many companies.
Yeah.
And depression. We were speaking with Lawrence Mwina Maban to say, you know, that I read a report coming in from last week and even did an interview with them to say young professionals in South Africa are depressed because of the depression they get in their workplace.
Yeah.
The bosses are in a prayer.
I don't like coming. I don't like coming to the stage. I could have been somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
For new business. When I'm feeling move on.
Definitely. And now, I'm not sure if you had any graduates been there, but want to know that were there any memorable successes or stories of graduates who then joined your team, or people that joined your team and went to make a significant impact of the company's growth and service excellence?
No.
Not as yet.
Yeah, not as yet. I think there's an opportunity what about impress. You know, usually a lot of graduates when they come through soft. You know, like they scared and then they want everything to be like the big corporate space. You know, so yeah, and stuff like that. But maybe I think by the time when I got the graduates, my company wasn't ready for them. Like it wasn't that conducive for them.
I know that's very beautiful. Now, bridging the gap between theory and practice to say in what ways does Goava create opportunities for graduates to then translate that academic knowledge into practical real world ICT solutions, and even that, how does that benefit the company itself and also the individual?
Okay, so from administration, we need administrators. We can get administrators, IT technicians, software engineers. Cloud computing, web designers, graphic designers, sales. I don't know if it sales more TTP. Informatics, sales. You know, like there's a lot that we can do for each other.
Cloud computing, break that down for us. I told you not technologically.
Cloud computing, now we going for cloud storages and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm saying memory card.
It's
still there. Anything memory card. I still there. Anything.
And then camera they come, they break inside your house. They take the DVR, they don't have footage. But with cloud storage, we have it. We can retrieve.
No, sorry to cut you off. So it records, maybe say it's set for every 2 hours or something it saves, or
it's continuous recording, or you can set it or a recorder upon motion.
Okay.
Yeah, when there's motion it records, and then when there's no motion it can just rest. It depends on that. But usually it's just 24/7 recording. Then depending on the space of the hard drive. But with cloud computing now, you can connect your internet there and then record on cloud. So you can footage your
Yeah. So if let's say you ever got into my place at night, you'll definitely know it's huge. Don't you come there and try certain things. Now let's bring in nurturing continuous learning into the picture.
Yeah.
You know, to say how does your company foster a culture of continuous learning and professional development for young professionals to then keep pace with rapidly evolving technological trends? Yeah.
So like usually what I do is that like level individuals that I'm working with, and then this person is not in the right
Space.
space.
Yeah.
But even if it's not IT related, we work with a lot of businesses, and then they yeah, I do the same. Because I've got like this boy, like you know, we just deal around one side, but now you wanna yeah.
I know that's dope. No, we definitely have to give you a call. I think that now it's all about plugging.
Yes.
Definitely, everyone who's listening will be definitely plugged. And I just want to come in and say, while we're still in the terms of opportunities for graduates, to say what advice would you offer to graduates who are then like eager to break into the ICT sector, especially in a market that is so highly competitive and highly moving?
From what you're learning, like create something that you see that you're good at, and then capitalize that recruitment.
Yeah.
And then you can buy yourself value with that skill. Only this other boy, some other like camera, we do a lot of them.
Yeah.
Too much. So I got him as a electrician.
Yeah.
And then camera can you tell me what's the problem with this camera? Isn't that your
department?
Yeah. Then I'm keeping you because of the electrician.
Yeah.
So if now I'm gonna fix that, I don't need you here.
If I can do it myself, man, why?
So that's what I'm saying. That once you got a skill from whatever you're learning, IT is big. You're not cloud computing and now it's big. There's segments in there. You know the one that you're good at, run with it, and then buy yourself value in the company. You also need value, man. Even if it's clean, it's value. We're not a hosting.
Office space or no, definitely buy yourself value, create value for yourself. I love to take things coming in from this conversation home. I think last week, what did I take it? Say the last week it was what was it? I forgot it. I'll remember, but it was something. No, last week I took collaboration. Collaboration is key. Now presenting yourself with value. Definitely think why I'm one of the best right here on TTFM, because without me, we definitely the biggest radio station in Pretoria. Yes, definitely I deserve that all. Yes, I say that I'm Refuge's finest and the best Canaan could offer. And now being here on TTFM, TT is Pretoria's finest, the best how they could definitely offer.
Wow.
Now we're coming into that in terms of structured training and mentorship, right? Like you did mention to say you like to give people their space, but I want to understand does it have any specialized training programs or mentorship initiatives that are in place to help those graduates quickly adapt to the demands of the environment or the company?
No, definitely. When you do YouTube, you don't just get to YouTube and then you end there, you know, because there's some people that they don't believe in that. So you have to get accreditation. So through the brands that we're using, they do offer training. So they do come, they train people, they get certificates. But later on when we get those big projects, they do one our CVR, the headman, senior technicians and stuff like that. So
I'll take one last one before we get to a quick ad break. Was my thing. And now, how do you believe that fresh perspectives of graduates can then drive innovation within, not just within your company, but across the South African borders and the ICT landscape, saying that you've got clients from China, clients are also from India.
Energy. Like, yeah, the graduates, they've got energy, they still have a lot of hope. So they fuel that hope into us, and then they bring fresh ideas and stuff like that. So Leona, they do bring a lot of value into
No, definitely 25 minutes before the hour 9 o'clock, and soon after that, William Masena will sit on this hot seat and tell you everything concerning love. Tonight we're plugging a graduate right now, and after that, Dire Masena will plug you with a partner. But whatever, because now you are there, so you are safe from that. Yeah, we don't have that. So Dire will plug us every week. Calls people to say, no, there's a nice gentleman that you can do. So please don't go anywhere. After giving you this contact, you wait for Dire William Masena. They said, let's take a quick ad break, and when we come back from that, we'll try to check at our listeners who have sent their messages. Maybe there's messages, WhatsApp voice note. If not, we then continue the conversation. Please don't go anywhere. This is the Groundbreakers Podcast. 20 minutes before the hour 9 o'clock, and soon after that, Dire William Masena will sit on this hot seat, and the month of love is over, because I had really gotten tired of him coming in with the love codes, poems and all of that. Every time when I had to switch with him, we have to go to some certain love codes. But now we're focusing on human rights, because this is the month of human rights. A beautiful conversation that will come up with the Rentani tomorrow, the Groundbreakers. You also need to be on the lookout for that. But I told you, private graduate, now we're speaking the future and vision and impact of small MMCs. I want to bring in Mr. Shiri on there to say your vision of Goava is not just about business growth. Right? It's also about empowering South African entrepreneurs and creating a lasting impact. Now, these are the final questions that I'll close off with in terms of exploring your future ambitions and the broader influence of your work. To start with, how do you plan to build your current success to establish Goava as the leading ICT provider for SMMEs nationwide?
Goava is a cool ICT brand. You know, this, when it comes to ICT, like, it's corporate, it's more serious. You know, we are cool. Like, we're looking at it's a company, a young generation. You know, so I believe through their innovation and give a that role, without me having to micromanage them, like, it will take us to great heights.
I love when you say it's a company of coolness. Cool as in what is that? Is it ice? What? Robot dog, you know what? Cool time. Cool, yes. This is
Cool as a cool time.
Cool as a cool time. Yeah. And then you because I know in ICT, you know, people sort of computers, so have to come with a student tie, sit up there, so providing to be as long as you get a spa. Yeah, you don't have to be prescribed to wear this and that.
Even in future, we're gonna have like already M4. They're gonna say the IT technicians. If company on the flop, this whole thing.
Yeah.
You know, we are here to help you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then every time I have picture my own.
What's up?
Yeah. No, it's definitely beautiful. Now I'm wearing overalls. Because I'm spending an overall. That's who I am. I don't start on a job interview because of wearing overalls.
Okay.
I'm sure it's about saying the panzola a little regular mathada.
Send a more Facebook page, Goava.
Yeah.
Like they don't look like to install.
Yeah.
They look cool.
Yeah, definitely. That's beautiful research. You're a cool guy. Definitely gonna have a cool experience working for a cool company.
The freshest gent on campus.
There you have it. Now let's speak about empowering the next generation. To say, in what ways are you yourself as the CEO then committed to creating, you know, employment opportunities for the young South Africans in that particular tech sector?
Like we like I said, we wanna grow. Like the provinces, we wanna move into provinces, you know, but we don't have the right people
To move
it. So as much and as many people that we can get right, that can fit into what we wanna be, then sharp. Like that will help us then, and then it will also help us to go there.
Yeah, no, and now you did mention when we were off air, and I did forget to ask you that question to see where are you based now and what are the future plans. The first provinces you want to hit first.
Okay, the first province we wanna hit first, in Mpumalanga, Limpopo, Northwest. Those places were struggling on internet.
Yeah.
So that's where we wanna go.
Yeah, and then I love that you answered them because I wanted to say why those places, but I know that coming into Mpumalanga, you see here,
They're still using satellite internet. You can't make connectivity and stuff like that,
Yeah.
So we wanna install Goava fiber there.
Yeah.
We wanna have Goava LTE SIM cards that they use, We wanna have enough capacity or for those villages free Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
you know?
true.
Yeah.
One thing now I come from Donalty, Maswani, just here after one of the reasons that I don't like going home is the fact that I know
Khotmane, do you know that internet is more important than water now? To a point where, like, if you're in a desert, they put a glass of water and they put internet. What's an internet? How to survive in a desert without water?
You know what? Where I stay last week, we lost the internet. Less than a minute. Ne?
Yeah.
So the thing where the Wi-Fi is placed, there was a person who was cleaning. Akuma plug, and everyone was like, Wi-Fi! Oh brother! And now I was about to take a shower, so I listened to music. The music stops. Wi-Fi! Everyone was out, and I saw it. And then I like, sorry. But it wasn't even less than a minute.
Yeah.
Now that's when I realized internet is power these days. There's definitely no way you can say. And then one time there was load shedding. The one lady she said, Emuna, we need the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
No, Wi-Fi is important. Now let's come into sustain a legacy given the few minutes that we have. You saw the gentleman that was coming in, William Maseja.
Okay.
Now, what does leaving a lasting legacy in the ICT industry mean for you both personally and for the broader community?
It's very important. There's certain platforms that we're working for Goava that we believe that it's going to help the society, and then it's going to run with or without Goava in future. Yeah, it's just that I can't disclose those platforms yet, but I'll let you know as soon as they are on.
The Seja, you'll be there.
Yeah, you know.
You know.
Yeah.
Now don't leak that information before, but keep it close.
Yeah.
And how do you envision in terms of scaling your operations while continuing to over personalized and affordable tech solutions when we say?
We're looking to go international.
Yeah, and you did mention that.
Yes, we're looking to go international, not just far international, like Mozambique, Zimbabwe,
Yeah. And I want to come in this, and you didn't say, but I'll ask you this once again. But you said you don't celebrate this because it's still a thing. But I'll come and ask you the question when I close off now.
Okay.
I want to know, as we're closing, what key message would you like to share with the graduates and emerging entrepreneurs about turning their challenges into their wings?
Like they have to keep going. The challenge is still they're leading you to the right path. So that's all I can say.
I'm gonna ask you this question again. As you reflected over 8 years of growth and 20% year-on-year revenue increases, what personal and professional milestones do you cherish the most?
Retaining customers. It's been Yo. That's been a big challenge.
Yeah.
You know, like because they've got expectations. The big guys have put a certain standard. So it has always been hard for me to retain customers, especially when I didn't have a car.
Yeah.
And so you know, so like through that getting our own cars and stuff like that,
Yeah. And 10 minutes before Dirima Senior seats here, and it is his time, but we'll take 2 last questions and we'll let Mr. Katlego go. Now, I want you to take this moment and say whatever that you want to say to these graduates or the community at large, people who want to become entrepreneurs, but skeptical and just.
All I can say is that there are a few graduates who are here not because they wanted to be here. They're here because their parents brought them here to do certain subjects and stuff. It's fine. They can do that for their parents. Then once they're done here, they can go out there and do whatever they want. And then as long as one person is very sharp, whatever they want, they can do it freely because of now the qualification.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Motto in life? What's your motto in life?
Slow walk will get you there.
Repeat that for me.
Slow walk will get you there.
Slow walk will get you there. Thank you, Seja. You have been handling the department very well. You know what, I want to thank you so much for making time to speak with me this evening, and I do hope that this is not the end of our conversations. We'll continue from time to time. We'll send another bunch of our graduates to come and say, guys, these are the opportunities, and once you have retained them to say these are the opportunities and roles that are there, do share with them so that we can eventually put them on our platform. But for this night, coming in from me and the production team that handles this show, we're going to say, Mr. Katlego, thank you so much.
No, thanks so much for the
time from your busy schedule. You were even trying to coach us there. You already have a sharp eye in the business. Makes you the best. Good evening and good night.
No, thanks a lot. Good evening to everyone. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, do that message. This is how we close up this show. But before that, can you get Dire Masena over here?
Dire Masena, can we get you?
Yeah. Cutting regular. Yeah. I will say that. That's very
it doesn't. Yeah.
5 minutes before the hour, 9 o'clock, and soon after that, the gentleman behind the loud aspects of every show in TUTFM will step in. But I want to say, as we then concluded this enlightening conversation, we extend our sincere gratitude to Mr. Katlego Shiri for then sharing his extraordinary journey and insight with us. Definitely his story, it reminds us that every challenge is a stepping stone to innovation and growth, and that passion combined with perseverance can definitely define what's possible. We hope that today's discussions, have not only inspired you, but also opened your eyes to the vast opportunities of, awaiting fresh talent in the tech landscape. And use what? YouTube. Don't be afraid to go to YouTube and check out certain things, but we'll come back to that another given moment in time.
Before you close it, remember, tell them the lesson you learned.
Yeah.
The lesson you learned today.
Value. Thank you, Liseja, for bringing that. Value, ladies and gentlemen, you bring in value. We don't care about the things that you have, your mentors and all that. You have value now. if we can do the thing that you can do, we are letting you go. I told you, if I become a CEO, getting fired. If I can do the job, you're fired. But here there are people that will not fire you. They'll definitely handle things with things properly. Direct William Masina.
Brother man.
How are you, my brother?
Man, I'm very much happy. Well, okay, yourself?
I'm live, I cannot really complain. You know what we always say, December. And before I ask you what you're coming in with for the show, I know that there's planned a date there. I was telling Mr. Katlego before he left that, you know what, TUT, we love people, we take people serious because, and we're saying what they said today, we're the People's University. We empower people. And now TUT FM is what? Amplifying voices and empowering lives. We're not only empowering them with a job, we're getting you a partner. You cannot hate us. You cannot hate us.
Not even a minute.
You can't. But besides plugging you with the partner, what else do you have?
And it's not only a matter of plugging me with a partner. We're giving people a platform whereby they can get to appreciate their partners, be it by dedicating a song, writing a message, of affirmation, letting a person know how much you still care about them, how much they still drive you crazy. As much as you used to write letters or long paragraphs to them, you see, since I saw you, butterflies in my stomach, we still need those, So we're giving people a platform to say, write a special message, and then we're gonna read it out to a person live on air, in front of Pam Babantu. Just come and just own that love, and also dedicate a song. Dedicate a song, a message to them, a song to them, a quote to them, a verse to them, whatsoever that you feel like this is, or rather this would mean love to my partner. Come and let's do that. Giving people a chance to love, man.
Beautifully, and you know what, the Rema Senior coming in that you might tag me with a partner tonight. Are you advertising me there, man? It's been a while, I don't get phone calls. What's happening?
I heard that the lesson of the day is value. Chief, I'm bringing happiness to people's lives. People text me during weekends and say, hey, Chief, I'm looking for a tall and dark, handsome guy. I'm like, wait, Wednesday I'll get you that gentleman.
Definitely, please do plug me. It's been about a couple of months since we started these interactions with Derek to say,
you want some?
You must plug us, Chief.
Chief, people are getting plugged.
Plug me, Chief. I'm your friend.
You should have just said that publicly. Now that you said it,
but I've been saying it for the longest of time, haven't I? And you know what? My message to that person. Because I used to be a poet when I was when they would get to my heart beats echoes into the cold streets where darkness and nightmares begin to meet because I long for you. Oh, don't move.
Please write that down. Write that down for me. I'll do. You know why I shy away from plugging people from the stations? It's because of there's one who once reached out to me and said, my guy, but then I'm a public figure. If you say me, people will know me very quick and simple. So I want you to advertise me, but don't say my name. I'm like, Chief. Now it's gonna be a tricky part because at the end of the day, they'll meet you and they'll say, Mara, is this guy? Why didn't you say that? So if you don't mind, like you say, no man, put me there, Chief. Today, you won't sleep without a person.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? It is given that given moment of time. It's time for Dire William Masina to take over the sport city coming in from that other side. This is how we close it off. I want to give an acknowledgement to the following people. I know the guy that is standing behind me will fight me off. I'll just take them from the top of my head. First of all, I acknowledge everyone who has set up on the sport city, starting all the way from 012 Morning Ways, where you had Brascal and Isaac Iams. Then you move to the mid-morning, not even connection, pass. Mid-morning pass hitting you there with Auntie Lee, aka Mbali Bonani. You move to the lunchtime redux with Mateka Senor Sibata Kumutse Benzamotu. You then had King and Route 962, Tamasa. You hear him on the radio when he's coming out. Yes, with Trouble M. How Rampage had Comfort Ma Mutebi. Additionally, handling the sports department there with Tumelo Madibana on the news. Then you move to the two gentlemen, Mr. Ubakem Obrimo Gates and Sky, giving you everything that you need to know about sports, on the sports in general. Then you had us, Plug graduate, coming in from the groundbreakers with Lawrence Muyila, keeping it intact, coming with a story that was formed in VV. We'll call Dr. Nasipi Moya tomorrow and Mr. Eugene Mudise to try and understand that particular story. And I leave you with Dire William Masina. Before I forget him, because Chief And also give a shout out to Dr. Rolin Brink, TUT FM station manager, Mema Haba Tilela, and Mema Tubelo Libiani, Dr. or not even say, but Me Posha Savannah, Mr. Albert Sokovela, and give a shout out to Liseja Sinosha. Tonight you did a beautiful rap. He's the videographer and executive producer of this particular show, Mr. Honsemulefe, Kimsimana Habul. Keep on reiterating it that he's here. He's the programs manager, Mr. Tsepisa Kokwan. And ladies and gentlemen, if I close this, my name is Polola N. Madisa. I am second of my name, first of my line. I'm Refila's finest and the best Kenyan could offer. I'm the Picharian Prince, well known as the big nose boy in the record. Good evening, good night.
The Groundbreakers, Mondays to Thursdays, 7 to 9 p.m. on TUT FM.